Hey guys, John from Surf FX, and we're having a look at the Armstrong wing, and we're having a look at Armstrong wing. This is the new medium aspect Mark II, totally revised wing. They spend a lot of time on this because this really is kind of like a bulk wing for them for as far as sales go. Now, our #1 wing lately has been the HA Mark II, and they've taken that and basically made better low down, more stable, and turns more. So they're a bit shorter than the HA equivalent, so what you get out of that, you get a wing that turns more. They're a bit deeper, so you got a bit more low down lift, and they've changed the foil profile, and you can really feel it when you get these in hand. You can check it, they've learned a lot over the years. This is the newest, and it's all about pitch stability. So pitch stability is that front and down pitch, but adding a stability there while having a wing that's meant to turn means that it's a wing designed to crank turns. So a lot of guys will get the MA if they're looking for more control and more powerful waves because of that pitch stability. So your bombing swell, bombing waves, it's gonna just lock you in a lot better. Plus you have the stability to throw a turn, where the HAs are gonna be a little bit more skittish around that kind of stuff. And when you wanna throw it into a turn, it's not quite as confidence inspiring as when you row the MA, because, well, that's it. Having a stable pitch means you can just like lean on it and go. Simple as that. Size range, they do everything from the little tiny stuff that you use for kite foiling and towing behind a boat, right up to the much bigger stuff for big guys like myself in light wind winging conditions. And having that bit of low end, extra bit of low end lift and that pitch stability means as a beginner intermediate, you can get on this and be a lot more comfortable out. And when you're doing jibes and things like that, you could actually usually run a little bit smaller wing, but still have that same kind of stability you would have on a bigger wing. So bit of a plus there for sure. So if you're on last year's MA, you can really drop down pretty much the size and you'll increase that bottom end. Because again, that was one of the focuses. They developed this wing to have a little bit better bottom end than last year's MA because that was kind of lacking a little bit on them, and to get that pitch stability, to get that, and that translates into confidence laying turns and jibes and punting airs and just keeping it nice and smooth.
So what we wanted to achieve with the new MA range was to allow people to really push their limits from beginners and intermediates all the way up to pros. And the big factor that we decided was critical for that is pitch stability, which just gives you way more control. So the foil section has a massive effect on the pitch stability, and we went through a ton of iterations looking at how we were going to gain pitch stability, which is fore and aft stability. So no matter your speed range, taking off on the wing, taking off on the wave, dropping in, tacks and jibes, it's so confidence inspiring, just this even, stable lift, that it just really allows you to progress and push harder no matter what your level.